Hello and happy almost January. I'm Heather with Heather Kristen, and I'm going to be doing the horoscope readings today for January. I'm going to be using two decks. The first is my own deck, the Sparkle and Shine Oracle cards. It's an app produced by Indigos. The second deck I'm going to be using is the Energy Oracle cards by Sandra Ann Taylor. I will have all the information to my deck. It is downloadable, and we can be downloaded either by the App Store, Microsoft. It's on across several platforms, and you can be downloaded via my website or from the Indigos website. So, as I usually do, I wanted to do an introductory reading to January, an energy reading to see how the energy is going to be flowing for the entire month, and then I will break it down into the individual horoscope signs. So let's start with the January reading. See what comes up. Already I can see it very energy very similar to this past month, at least what we need to focus on, and that being empowerment, empowering ourselves. And I think this goes into focusing on what we want for ourselves. Okay, empowering what is in our heart versus what we think we should be doing, what we think we should be feeling. Okay, cards. Weird. Okay. Angel of Strength. Community. So in the Angel of Strength, I'm getting a lot of the same energy that I was just feeling. Empowerment. Empowering ourselves to stand up for ourselves, to stand up for what we want, to stand up for what we believe in, to stand up for what's in our heart. And you know, it doesn't even have to be standing up for ourselves against other people. It could even be standing up for ourselves with ourselves, if that makes any sense. Okay, in the temple path. Sorry, the light. The temple path. Okay. So as I was saying, for the Angel of Strength, it doesn't even have to be trying to convince other people that what we want in our heart is right. It could come down to just telling ourselves, convincing ourselves that it is okay to want what is in our heart. It is okay to follow our heart and not follow societal ideals, the ideals that we were raised with, expectations from others or expectations that we put on ourselves that have come from society or wherever. This could just be standing up to our own selves and saying, okay, listen, I need to get this out of my head that I have to do this, or I have to be this, or I have to experience this, because it doesn't match with what's in my heart. This is going to be, if you see the yellow kind of around her head and behind her, that's really connecting with what's in your heart and feeling the energy that you know that is right for you and following that path. And that could be a difficult one because it could be out of your comfort zone, which for most of us is not something that we really want to follow because it's hard. And stepping outside of our comfort zone is is challenging mentally, physically sometimes. So it feels as we're going into January and this new year, there are going to be opportunities for us to step outside of our comfort zone to create a much better, more heart-aligned lives for ourselves. There are going to be choices, though, as with everything. Free will, we have the choice. And so the choice is going to be ours, whether we want to follow those paths, take those opportunities, or we want to stay in our comfort zone. I would suggest taking the opportunities, because that helps you grow, that helps you mature, that helps you get onto a spiritual path that's right for you. And speaking of that, the temple path, that's what came up as well. The temple path is what's in alignment with our soul, what's in alignment with the path that we came into this life for. And so this strength card is going to be the actions that we take to align ourselves with our soul's path and the path that we're here to do. Okay. Now the community card. The feeling that I am getting from this card is to not necessarily engage in community or anything like that, but is to avoid distractions. Step back from what you think you should do, what people might be telling you to do, might be suggesting you do. Like, remember I mentioned societal ideals when I first grabbed that card. It's to not be led down the path of following what you think others want you to do. Does that make sense? Do not let society, do not let people in your life try to convince you of what they think is right for you or what they think you should do. Follow what's in your heart. And that also goes for all the BS going on in the world around us, all of the political stuff, all of the COVID stuff. They are huge distractions away from our path and away from connection with source and the universe and, all the things that are good. Stay away from all of that. It is drama. It is a huge energetic distraction. Okay, so I think that's a good start as we go into January, get a little overview for you. And I am going to continue with the monthly readings. Hey, Aquarius, happy 2022. Let's get shuffling and see what's coming up for you. Anxiety. Okay. Thinking man. Oh my goodness, I've gotten this card at least 3 times. Oh. And victory. Okay, I'm going to draw just one more. Let's see if another one, I have this feeling a 4th one might be needed. Okay, door to healing and happiness. Okay, so let's see what's coming up. Okay, these 2 cards together, anxiety and thinking. Anxiety because you are thinking and not feeling. Okay, do you have a decision? It feels like you're having a decision to make, or you're at a turning point or a crossroads or something. There's something, and you're thinking and overthinking it. Anxiety is surrounding that, okay? But also the fears. Also fears are cropping up. So whatever your decision you're making or whatever point you're at in your life, there's something that you're having to make a decision on, and it's your thinking process is stalled or inhibited because of your fears, because of certain fears surrounding whatever it is you're thinking on, making decision on. Okay. Your okay, the victory card is for this too. This decision. If you follow your heart, you're going to win. Okay? So they're telling me your victory comes in making a choice that is right for your soul instead of what follows your head. Okay? So I think you're having such a hard decision about this situation because it something in it is not feeling right. Okay. And you're warring between your head and your heart. So there's some kind of passion. Some one of these decisions is related to a passion or a love, and or it's something that your heart is aligned to. The other decision is something that you think is right for you, or that is wrapped in some kind of limiting belief that you have from either your childhood or a past life. Anyway, it's some kind of limiting belief. And it's your mind is focused on that simply because that's what you think is right. It's what you've in the past maybe has been right, or what people have told you is right for you, or is right to do, but it doesn't feel right to you in your heart, and it doesn't align with your soul. Versus the other path is aligned with your soul or your heart, but it is scary because it's not what you know, it's not what you are familiar with, out of your comfort zone. Maybe society doesn't think that it's necessarily proper or normal or anything like that. But it's right for you. Okay. So, in this position you're in right now, it is going to be really incredibly important for you to sit with yourself and feel about each of these choices or each of these paths. Okay. Now, this is coming up, the healing card, because there might be something in this decision that requires some healing. So you might not be able to see the right path or feel the right path necessarily, because I said one of them is more aligned to your heart and your soul. You might not be able to see that right now or feel it because something in you requires healing. Okay? There's some choice, some view, whether it's how you see yourself, whether it's a fear from childhood trauma that is blocking you from seeing or feeling what is right for you. There's some kind of blockage. And so if you can avoid making this decision this month, I think it would be very good for you to work on healing, work on connecting with yourself and figuring out what is best for you, and not make this decision or the choice right away. If you can, it might be time sensitive, and that way that wouldn't be possible. But there's something I'm missing. There's something. Okay, where to start? Okay, hang tight. Okay, door to spirit. Okay. Sorry, this is okay. Solar plexus chakra. Connect your solar plexus chakra to spirit. Okay? So, if you can this month, take time to meditate whenever you can, as much as you can, connecting your solar plexus chakra right here, the yellow chakra, to the universe, to spirit, to the heavens, through your crown chakra. Really feel a connection there and go deep, okay? And I want you to visualize actually going into that chakra. That I want you to visualize yellow glowing light all around you, white light, your angels, your ascended masters, whatever comes to mind, whatever pops up. But I want you to go into that chakra, and I want you to feel and see and listen, and anything that pops up is going to help you in your journey to heal, to get out of the anxiety and connect with your heart. Okay, it's coming from the solar plexus chakra, and so I wasn't sure where to suggest starting, but start there. Okay, start with that connection. Another good idea could be journaling too, asking your guides for help and to release any blockages, release anything that you need to see for yourself to heal. And you can start journaling after a little bit of a meditation. Okay, sometimes it takes just sitting quietly, connecting, asking your question, and then you just start writing. Write whatever comes to your mind, and most often there will be something in there, one neat little tidbit that you learn that will help you figure out what your next step should be. Okay, so they didn't give me a lot of information, a lot of specific information. I think that's because it's going to be different for everybody, but that is a place to start, and that is some guidance for helping you through January and potentially the rest of the year. Okay, a lot of these readings have been, I'm seeing a pattern as something begins in January, but there's going to be something that needs to be fulfilled all throughout the rest of the year along that same path. So I think this is just a starting point for you, and then we'll see what comes up in February. Okay, but let's jump over to my cards real quick. And forgiveness. Oh, forgiveness can be a really good tie-in um, to what we were talking about. Okay, there might be some massive forgiveness that needs to happen as you start the healing process this month. You might need to forgive yourself. You might come up with blockages that are caused by needing to forgive another person. Okay. Forgiveness is a hard one. Believe me, I have been working on trying to forgive someone most of my life, and I'm still working on it. So it is a hard one. I understand that. But it is very, very important because it is toxic. Okay, the anger that we hold, the inability to forgive other people, is toxic to ourselves. It doesn't, it doesn't forgive them, or it doesn't forgive what they did. It doesn't forgive necessarily. They may not be good people that hurt you, but it is letting go of a situation that is spiritually and emotionally toxic to you. It's for your own health, not for anybody else. So a part of your peace and helping you to, overcome fears and self-empowerment and self-talk and everything like that that's coming up, that has come up for you in this reading. A lot of it, or not a lot of it, but a part of it could be forgiveness, needing needing for you to forgive someone in your life, in your past, in your present, yourself, something like that. Okay, so you'll see that if you connect and you do your connection with spirit, and as you go through the healing process, feelings about someone or a situation may come up, and that's when you'll know that you have forgiveness that needs to be done. Okay, sorry, I stumbled a bunch of okay, I'm gonna stop talking. Anyway, have a really good month, and I will see you back here in February.